Becky Lynch has plenty on her mind regarding WrestleMania 40, and not just her match against Rhea Ripley for Ripley's Women's World Championship. That's because her husband, Seth Rollins, has two matches to look forward to, from defending his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre on Night 2 to teaming with Cody Rhodes to take on Roman Reigns and The Rock in the main event of Night 1. It's the latter match that puts Lynch in an awkward position, as she revealed during an interview with Adrian Hernandez. The awkwardness isn't due to Lynch's brief association with Rock back in 2019, however, but more to do with the fact that it involves Lynch's husband going up against the star of The Tooth Fairy, a move that holds a special place in Lynch's heart. "I think that's my favorite Rock movie," Lynch said. "I love that movie. That movie rocked, no pun intended." While Lynch is a big fan of The Tooth Fairy, her and Rollins' daughter Rue prefers Rock's character Maui from the hit film Mona. This presents another bit of awkwardness to the match, especially since Lynch was able to introduce her daughter to Rock. "The Maui thing. She got to meet Maui too," Lynch said. "I got to introduce her to Maui. She got to meet The Rock. Yeah, he was so kind to her and sang 'You're Welcome' to her and explained that the cat took his hair and that's why he looks different. So it's going to be hard for her knowing that her dad's going to beat up Maui. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it as a family." Sami Zayn ends Gunther's historic WWE Intercontinental title reign at WrestleMania 40. Sami Zayn defeated Gunther tonight at WWE WrestleMania 40 to capture the WWE Intercontinental Championship. The match took place immediately prior to the show's main event and lasted just over 15 minutes, with Zayn's wife seated in the front row, watching the action and cheering her husband on. With his loss, Gunther's Intercontinental Championship reign comes to an end at 667 days, surpassing the previous record by a significant amount. This is the fourth time Zayn has held the title. The WWE star previous captured the belt twice in 2020 and again in 2022. Prior to the match, Zayn was shown backstage speaking first to Chad Gable, followed by his wife and son, and lastly with his longtime friend and former rival Kevin Owens. As one would expect, Gunther spent much of the match in control, with Zayn serving as the underdog, giving his all to stay in the fight. Just when it would look as though Zayn would start getting momentum, the Austrian would take charge and shut things down. The longer the match continued, the more intense both men became, with Zayn taking the Intercontinental Champion further than any of his other recent opponents. Finally, a hell of a kick led into a brainbuster off the top rope before Zayn delivered two more hell of a kicks, giving him everything he needed to end Gunther's record-breaking reign. Gunther first captured the Intercontinental Championship on June 10, 2022 after defeating Ricochet on an episode of WWE SmackDown. Since then, Gunther has feuded against and defeated Ricochet, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, The Miz, Gable and more. Throughout that time, the Austrian has been backed up by his fellow Imperium members Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser.